Now, the midterm elections are just around the corner in November. And well, there has been news when it comes to candidates running for the primaries. So now you have voters that are heading to the polls in several US states with closely watched progressive campaigns for governor in Wisconsin, as well as Senate in Minnesota. And the contest could reveal whether Democratic voters want the party to move further left ahead of the November midterm elections. Well, you have the primaries that are being held in Alabama, Connecticut, Minnesota, South Carolina, Vermont, and Wisconsin. There you have progressive candidates that are mounting significant challenges in Wisconsin as well as Minnesota. When it comes to Wisconsin's open race for governor is drawing a national attention, and when it comes to Minnesota's Senate primary, it could shape control of the chamber. Yes, you heard it. And so now the election comes less than 3 months before the midterms, and Democratic leaders are really under pressure from both the progressives as well as the Republicans. So here you have these new types of candidates coming out, which is really pushing the boundaries on where the Democratic Party is going. So now the Democrats have spent much of 2026 cycle debating whether to respond to President Trump's with more centrist candidates or a sharper progressive agenda, meaning more to the left. Now, primary victories do not automatically translate into success when it comes to a general election, but they're also influencing fundraising, party messaging, as well as what is the ideological direction of the Democratic coalition. Where is it headed? And what does that look like when it comes to the midterms and also the 2028 presidential election when it comes to the Democratic candidate? Is it going to be a more progressive candidate, or is it what the Democrats are seeing that maybe should be more centrist to compete with the Republican agenda? So now the central question is not simply whether you have progressives that can win Democratic nominations, but is whether they can build a coalition broader enough to win competitive general elections. So it's one thing to win primaries, it's another thing to win midterms, but also another thing to win general elections that are scheduled in 2028. So today's results will help determine whether the party's base sees that there should be an ideological change when it comes to the Democratic message, and that also means their candidates, and what it means in terms of an electoral risk and when it comes to a general election.